Hi, I'm back. I'm Jill with Copycat Crafts by Jill, and we're starting on part 6, I believe. And this is a very exciting for me part because we are going to be working on this part here, this page here. We're going to be doing this one. This has a flippy flap. It has some big long pocket, and it has two shorter pockets that I have little things in them. I'm gonna put little strings in them later, but we're gonna be working on this page only in the folio that we're actually working on. I work ahead in the other one just so I get a feel for what I want, and once I have a feel for that, so it would be this page. We did this and this last time, and that's the one we're going to be working on. I was playing around with adding another pocket, but I just don't want to make this too bulky, and then it doesn't want to sit right. So I'm going to move ahead first, and I did pick my paper. I wanted a double-sided and light cardstock. I am not making this into a pocket. It is just going to be a flip page. I am going to put or cut out a portion of it, and I'm going to use a glassine bag that looks very vintage, and I'm going to cut it a piece out and put it on the flip out, and then we're going to do other flip outs all on that page. So I'm going to get I was going to move it out of the way, but I want you to see that the first flip out is going to be quite a large flip out page. Flip over. We can make it flip up, or we can make it flip over. I guess it would be best to know before we cut our paper. I had actually marked it, and I was thinking of making a flip over one just to make it different from the other one. We will have flips underneath, so we won't miss out on the flips. And I don't want it to come all the way over here. I want it to come maybe about to here, give or take, because I do want to put a little tab on it. And I need a score mark and about a 1/4 inch, because the 1/4 inch is going to be our hinge. So I did already mark it, and I'm going to cut it. I also marked it to the very bottom of the page, but I'm going to cut it a little short. A little, I mean maybe a hair. Okay, we'll see. Wherever it ends up, wherever the cut ends up, that's where I wanted it. That's what we're doing. So first I will do this. Let's see, and that's about up here. So we're gonna just do that. Pick it up. And now here. So if you do not have a paper trimmer, you can use a ruler and like a box cutter or craft type knife. Okay, that's our leftover. I'll probably be using that to cut the window, because I am going to put a window in it, but I can't put the window in it until I decide where I want my hinge. And I do want it over here, and I want my page to come out about like that. Now if you want your window, or your page I should say, to come all the way over. Just leave it a hair away from that spine score mark, because you don't want it catching on that all the time. But I definitely want to put a tab of some kind, so I definitely want to leave room. So over here, if I score it probably right along that line, I would think that would be good. So I'm going to get my little scoreboard. Yep. I'm going to put it in backwards because I find it easier. Oh, nope, not going to work. Better safe than sorry. I got to get my big scoreboard out, so excuse the racket. And then I can put it any way I want, right? Anyway, this side's more sturdy for now, so guess if I want, and it doesn't have to be exact. If I want it right about here, this is right where I want it. Perfect. Perfect. Now, I chose double-sided paper because I am not putting a back on this. Or I'm not turning it into a pocket, I should say. But I change my mind as we go. The other one I actually have, it's kind of a double pocket. It's one pocket, but you can use both sides as a pocket. This one, I didn't want a double pocket. I can still turn it into a pocket, really. I just don't want it a double pocket. So maybe that's what I'll do. I just don't want it a double pocket. I might not even want to make it into a whole pocket, but I could even make it into 2 pockets. We can do whatever we want. Okay, so it would fit like that. Gives me room to put a tab, some sort of pull on it, and I definitely want to ink it, but before I actually ink it, I'm going to want to decide where I want my window. Instead of marring up this side, I'll probably flip it, but I want to see about where I might want my window. Now, I do have dies that I could cut a window in there. And probably many of you have dies that you can use to cut your window in it. But for all the people who do not have dies, I'm going to do it without my die. I'm just going to use my ruler and my craft knife or box cutter, whichever one you want to call it. And that's what I'm going to use. You can also decide if you want how big you want your window. Do you want it really big? Do you want 2 small ones? Do you want it to be long and thin? Your window, your decision. I kind of think it would kind of be cool to have. Of course, it'd be cool any way we do it. So I think if I just, I kind of like that stamp, so maybe I'll put a window down here. Maybe that's what I will do. So I'm going to go from here. So this, that's just the corner. So I'm kind of going to go like that. I think I'm just going to keep the window there. And then maybe since it has a tab, I'm going to put a tab on it. Maybe I will put a pocket this way. Then that will open this way. and then I will put in a flip that way, maybe flip this way. We're going to get all kinds of flippy. We're going to flip out here. So don't box yourself in. If you don't want it opening this way, if you want it opening this way, just cut your paper through correctly. Don't do it upside down then. Put it in this way. You don't have to do it this way just because I am. You could do it this way and then still put one up here or one down here. Whatever way you want. I want it this way because I'm right-handed, so not sure what that has to do with it, but that's my excuse. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way. I don't need to, I don't want to ruin that. And I didn't clean my mat yet, of course. So we can open that. And I'm going to just measure how far in I am and make it easy on yourself and just go an inch. That would be easy if I just went an inch, but if we measure it this way, it would be, trying to see, okay, so it's, we're going to go a half, we're going to go, trying to find my little thing, so we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 or 5, we're going to go for 5, so right here. Okay, 5/8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5/8. Okay, then over here we're going to do the same thing, but I want to measure from my little dot or line now down, and it's rounded off to 3 inches. Okay. Wait, just want to see where it is. So it would be right here, 3 inches. Okay, so over here, we're going to do a dot from 3 inches from the bottom. Dot, and then that little dot, which is right here, we're going to make sure we're 5, 4, 5, which brings us to here. So there's our dot. So now we can connect those two dots, but we're going to do the same thing down here. We want to, but I want to move up. Let's see, from there, I'm going to move up an inch. Let's move up an inch. Should move it over a hair. Okay, an inch. I'm going to keep my dots kind of in line. Okay, an inch. Where's that? Okay, an inch. Right there. Then we're going to move it. We're going to, oh, that was so close. That was really close to right where I needed it. Okay, here's my mark. We want it 4, 5. Wow. Okay, I actually did pretty good. All right, so then if you do this from the opposite side, but I'm just make sure I line up my marks, and I will go from here to here. Okay, then I'm going to do the same thing over here, here to here, then we go here. Now some people, they can do this without even making lines. They just put the ruler down and cut, and boy, great for them, but I barely honestly can get it straight with taking all the measurements and doing all the things I'm supposed to be doing. Oh, I didn't even see, didn't bring it down all the way. Okay, I think I didn't bring it down all the way. I think this one is correct. So we're going to go from, I better check it. Yep, that's my mark. So we're just when you use busy paper, it is a lot harder to see your marks, but there. Those are the lines we want to cut on. And if we miss any of it, we erase. Okay, I'm going to get out my box cutter. I like this big heavy duty. It's not really heavy duty, but I do have small ones. This one, I think this one's even brand new. Dollar Tree. Maybe Dollar Tree. Probably both from Dollar Tree. Okay. So now, if you want your line straight, you're going to use a cutting tool, or you could rip it out and then rip it. Actually, that's what I did with this one. I actually ripped it. If you look, see? It's ripped. This one is solid because there's no front. I just made it a pocket with. But this I ripped by hand. Sorry about the glare. This one, I don't think I want ripped that roughly, but I will show you if you cut from point. Oh, I'm going the wrong point. If you cut from point, you just cut to the center. Doesn't matter really where. It really doesn't. You cut from the point. You cut in, crossing that line. You don't have to go all the way. You don't have to meet any line or anything. You just kind of go into the center somewhere. And then this point. Then you can put your ruler there and tear. So I don't mind if it's rough, or you can use your cutting tool. For me, I think my biggest problem is not passing my corners. I usually end up passing the corner, cutting into where I shouldn't be cutting. But which is probably why I buy the die set. But a lot of people don't have the die set, so we're going old school. Going old school. No worries. I just like to score or cut in my corners first. I don't know why, I just do. Okay, now we're going to make sure we erase any of the pencil. If you did it without pencil, yay. That's not me. Okay, then I ink all this, so if you're inking, now's the time to ink. First, let's get rid of this, and let's put this away before we have a situation. Okay, now we're gonna ink, and I enjoy inking, so the grungier the better for me. This is how I ended up getting my mat all a mess, but the funny part is that's why I got this out. So I could do that. Didn't do it. Better late than never. Okay. Almost done. Yep. The grungier the better. Okay. And I usually grunge up the corners pretty good, so. And now, this. Now, for anyone who's a little worried about the hinge end of it, because it will get glued down, I usually, that doesn't mind, it doesn't bother me to have a hinge and people see the hinge. But if it does bother you, you can either use washi tape or we'll put a pocket over the hinge in the back, or another flippy thing. So there's ways around it. Yeah, more of a pocket thing. And then a flip. So if I'm going to turn that into I don't know how much it's going to show, so I'm just being careful here, because I really don't know how much of this is going to show. I'm taking care of all of it. Whoop. Okay, so that's what we have. All right, now this, I bought a pack of 10, I believe, off of Etsy. I can link her shop, but it's just a glassine bag, and we are cutting it. Here's my scissors. It's always the last place you look. So let's see how much are we gonna need. Okay, that's what it's gonna look like. Love it. I like to give myself a little extra. I'm not too sure because I'm not sewing. So I'm going to, a little more yet. I'm going to use double-sided tape. Just, whoop, I went real quick. Not that that matters, because it doesn't. I'm going to use double-sided tape. That way I can make sure glue doesn't smush out. And I'll only use a little bit of glue, but I'm too smushy with glue. Way too liberal with glue. So I'm just going to put this there. Maybe if I put it this way, I can... Yes, I'll probably do that. That way it has a less chance of lifting up somewhere. So I'm just going to mark about where I want that to get trimmed. That way I can put my double-sided tape, which should be very much fun to watch, because between trying to see it when it's clear, can't see it. All right, let's see. That one's too fat. I also got my double-sided tape from Amazon. I think I got a couple different sizes for possibly under $10. So, okay, I'm gonna put this right on the edge because I know I cut it to go to the edge. Don't know how far how far up, but it's going all the way up. Stop wrinkling the glassine, Jill. Okay, so I can put it all the way up. all the way over to the side, and then right along here. Okay, right along there. Let's do it. Okay, a little crooked. We'll just have to add tape if we need it. I don't think I should need it though. Gonna be taped pretty good and glued, so it shouldn't be. And if you're not using glue, then you may want to. You may want to make sure you fill in any gaps, but just gonna cut that little piece off. Okay, and then I'm gonna put a piece around there. Doesn't have to go all the way around, but you want it to, at least I do, I want it to hold the glassine hold it down. Don't want it, if you're going to use this as a pocket, I don't want to get flipped up and ripping, so just need it right along the edge. And the fun part is laying the glassine down for me as well, because, well, you'll see. You will see. Always make sure that it's contacting the surface completely, no air bubbles. Usually use my bone folder, but, and then this is the part that usually can give me fits. Okay. That. I don't know, when you watch, like, especially card makers, they like own this stuff. They don't get their fingers caught in it or anything, and I am so opposite. I get my bangs caught in it, I get a shoelace caught in it. I don't know what it is with me and double-sided tape, but does not like me. That's okay. But I have wanted to try and make friends with it long enough to put in anything plasticky. Okay, I think we're ready. Right. Rip that off. And I guess I should go this way and this way. I don't know. I don't see it inside or outside, so I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, I think if I get this part where I need it. Oh, no. The good part about glassine, you can kind of pull it back up. Oh, no you can't. No you can't. Can't pull it back up. No you can't. Let's see. Did I rip it? That's where the rip is. That is where the rip is. I think once the pocket's down though, because the rip part is stuck back down. I think I just creased it good. Don't crease yours. Don't crease yours. Okay. Now I just have to, oh, I see I shifted it. That's why. That's why it's sticky over here. To unstick it. To make it unsticky. Alright, let's see, can we, because if we make our pocket open that way, we're going to see the end, or the inside of this. Okay, so if it's going to go like this, now originally, where's our, there it is. Originally, I wasn't going to put a pocket there because I wanted whatever pocket or paper or whatever that will be here, I wanted to be able to see through that and not have this as my pocket. So if I put this down and I don't make this a pocket, at least right now, I can cover this with a pocket coming out this way. And before I put a pocket out this way, I want another flap. So I can decide if I want the flap to come from the top and flap up or the bottom and flap down. You can have both. You don't have to choose one or the other, you can have both. Once we put the flap in, you could even do another one on this side. If you do one on this side, then you have two hinges, and you may only be able to cover one. So I would, me personally, just stick to a flap here, a flap here. You can even do a double flap. Do whatever your heart desires. So we're going to, we know that's going to fit and it's all done. So we're going to set that aside. And we're going to do another flap. And to do another flap, you want more paper. You don't want this paper. So let's see what our options are. Alright, let's just, nope, that's not paper, that's paper. Alright, let's take this. Now, if this is a flap, so far I think this is the only one you can't see the paper anymore, because this was over here. So, I have a rogue hair on my arm somewhere, it's tickling me. So we could do a flap here. If we do a flap here, I don't really, because it would be a pocket, so I wouldn't make it this long. I would cut this, and then I can either use the other half on the opposite side to make a pocket. I can't just fold it, because then when you, I don't think, oh, well, I could. I was going to say when you fold it up, I could, but will it be strong enough to be a pocket? If it would be like an envelope. An envelope is strong enough. Well, actually, it would have to go this, like this, because you would want this to be your hinge. Okay, I'm just making sure where else I might have this young man. Picture, okay, nowhere. Alright, then that might be good. Might be very good. Now, eventually, if we're going to put in a pocket to cover this hinge, I don't want to put this all the way over there, because then I would have that hinge sticking out. So I may even just trim off a little bit, but I would want it to be over here. I'm going to angle that, so I think that'd be okay. It doesn't have to be a huge amount. So if I line this side up, this is going to be my hinge, and before I glue that shut, I may make this, as a matter of fact, I think that's what I'll do. I'm going to dig out some washi tape, and that way we don't have to cover this hinge if we don't want to. We're going to decorate it. Let's get out washi tape. Alright, I have that. These are the two I have that I feel are postal enough. So I'm going to get out my little scoreboard. Where is it? It's right here. I'm going to even if any of the ends aren't even, I'm going to even that out. But I'm just going to score it right at the end, very gently, because it's not covered yet with tape. Okay. Gonna fold it before I can't find that rogue hair. Okay, so that would be like that. Get this out of the way and put this up. Now that would match that, but I kind of like fragile. Let's see if I need to, because I'm not going to be bending that. This will be glued shut. This will be my pocket. And I'm going to put a notch in it. So I do want a piece of washi here and here, because that's what's going to cover that. So I think I'm just going to use this. Get that out of the way. Put this not on the paper because half the washi tape is going to be on the paper. Maybe I should see. Okay, probably won't need any on the other side, maybe. Oh, all right, I see. Okay, it has the white. Oh, I know. Washi tape for me does not stick, at least when you get it from Amazon or whatever. Tim Holtz washi tape, yeah, probably, but not this. So I am going to just put some glue, and I'm putting it under, over the score line, to both sides of the score line, I should say. That way, the flip part, the score where it will be, the hinge part, I should say, will be reinforced with the washi tape. Okay, just move down a hair. Yep. There we go. Okay, the washi tape is not what is going to have it glued to the other piece. The washi tape is strictly to support the hinge. So I'll probably have to rescore, or at least if I don't rescore, I at least have to pick my score mark and refold it if I can find it. I guess I should wait for it to dry. Guess that would be smart. Okay, let's just give it a minute. Then if I need to use any more on the opposite side, I can decide if I want to use the same washi tape or pick this one. Which I like this one, but I like it a lot. Let's see, should that be? Okay, let's, whoop, I think I missed my score there. Fold it and then, okay, there we go. Now I want to put a notch in. I'm going to use my favorite notcher. Let's see what's about in the middle. Doesn't have to be exactly in the middle. There it is. Whoop, and that's right. You guessed it. I want to make it a little dark on the inside, because you're gonna see some of that. So that way it doesn't stick out like a sore thumb. With everything being very much grungy, having any bit of white will really make it look like it doesn't belong. You need to make it all grunge. All has to fit in, look cohesive. So then we're going to work on a flip for the bottom, maybe? Well, that will get glued, so that will get glued, but we did that edge, so I only have to grunge up the tape a little bit there. Okay. I do think sometimes, even though it's going to be glued shut, it just, if it doesn't quite meet up, you definitely just need a little bit of grunge on it. Okay. All right. Okay, so that will be, so this will go here, and now I guess if we are not worried about covering the tape, so we're fine with that. So we don't need to cover that. So we can put that right there, and it will flip up. All right, so let's glue it together. Then we'll move on to the next. I left my glue open, so now we know what's going to happen, right? Okay, it doesn't have to be too thin. It's quite a fat pocket, so don't skimp. Let's not skimp, especially right up here where you don't want it reopening. Okay, I think I don't talk as much when I'm gluing. It's because somehow my lips are connected to my fingers, and I think I glue crooked if I'm yapping. Okay. right, we'll let that dry. Okay, so far we have this and this. Can you believe it? That simple, that easy. All right, what other kind of flip do we want? If we are going to cover with washi tape, we could put a flip here and just cover it with one of the washi tapes. So why don't we do that? So what other papers do we have? Okay, since the one here is going to flip this way, we can't just fold it. We're going to actually, otherwise when it flips up, it's going to be upside down over. But one like this, if we did it this way, then it wouldn't. So we could actually do that. I'm saying yeah. And as long as it doesn't hit all the way up, you don't even have to trim it if you don't want. Though that part's upside down. You'd only see it when you flip it. We're gonna make it, we can always shorten it. We're gonna go for it. So if it's going this way, we need our hinge. We're gonna put our hinge here. So I'm gonna just fold it with a small hinge like that. Done. Now there's our hinge. The pocket obviously will be this way, so we'll put a notch in. All right, well, I think this might be too long for, no, it won't. So let's score it. Okay. I just need a score mark. I just do. Obviously you don't have to score. You could just fold if you're a half decent folder. Okay. I'm gonna put the tape on. I don't know, maybe we should use the same tape this time and then pick a different tape. Should we look at it? So this one would be like that. This one would be like this. Do we want the same tape or do we want, what do I do with it? Here it is. Do we want this tape? Let's go for it. Doing this tape. If I can find the end, we're doing this tape. Here it is, I think. All right. Whoop. And again, this, oh my goodness, what in the world? Why is it just ripping? Am I going in the wrong direction here? It's brand new. All right. I'm gonna put some glue. It feels pretty sticky, but I don't care. I don't quite trust washi tape, so I like to just put a little extra hold there. I always do when I use washi tape, except if I'm using the fabric kind of washi tape, like the Tim Holtz fabric. Then I don't necessarily, but okay. Whoop, there and there. Done and done. Moving it down. And ripping. There we go. love it, love it, love it. Spin it around. Hope I'm in frame. It doesn't matter if any of the sticky is sticking out because that's the part we're going to go be gluing down anyway. So, well, that didn't get very straight, did it? But I don't want to stick it down to the paper, so I'm just going to... Alright, now let me refine my score mark. Okay, so it will be like this. Now, if I want to cut it down, I can. And I might. It's awfully tall. And I'm almost afraid when I look at it now, the tag. I don't want a tag to fall in too low, and I want the tag to be able to maybe stick out at the top, so I think I will trim it. Hindsight's always perfect, so just gonna put this on here and I'm just gonna trim off probably right after that cute strip, postal strip. Okay, keep that. I don't know for what, but all right. Let's ink it up, or yeah, let's ink it up because we're going to need ink on the inside. Okay. And again, I know a lot of people don't want to waste their inking where you're not going to see. I just feel that any of that white takes away if it should peek through, and that would upset me to have it all done and then find out that a little bit of white is peeping on through there, ruining everything. Okay, I'm gonna fold it at my score and do this. I think it's really looking cool, and once we have it all glued in, it really ends up looking amazing. Okay, I will have to put a notch in, so then I'll have to go back to inking. Ink where I cut out the notch, but okay, let's see where. Okay, did I put my notch machine away? Where did I do it? My notcher. All right. Like right there, it feels like there's white peeking through. Okay, so let's see. Again, it doesn't have to be quite perfect in the center, just doesn't. I'm not shooting for perfection. I'm just shooting for quality and for coolness and interest. I want, when you open, if you're making one, when you open it up and you look through it, that for a long time, every time you open it and look, you find something a little different, or something you forgot you put in, or whatever, but that's what I like. All right, let's glue it. Again, gonna glue it here. Don't be Don't be cheap. It's a decent sized pocket, so we can. So we don't have to be frugal, too frugal with the glue. Okay, use it. Oop. Yep, there we go. Now let's get a good look at what we got. Let me just put some of my tape away here so it's not sticking to everything. Let me put some of this stuff away so that I'm not. Oh my, how do I make such a mess? I don't know where my top for that is. All right, do we have my blue? Lost it. No fear. Let's move. Oh, there it is. All right, let's move this in and see what we got. Guess I want to just do a quick little just in case anyone sees it. And I think I'll probably cut those in at an angle. All right, so this one will go here. This one will go here. This one will come over here. I could even put tape on that one. So this one will come over here, or vice versa. And I want one more pocket, and whatever pocket we put in will be what we see through here. So I can either put in a pocket that folds up or a pocket that folds. Or I could make this a pocket. It's gonna just make that a pocket, but I may make the whole thing a pocket. Then I can change what we see. Yes. That's probably what I'll do. I'll make this a whole pocket instead of, then I can change what we see. I like that idea, so that's what we're going with. All right, let's see what we got. What do we have? Okay, that's cardstock. That's cardstock. What else do we have that's cardstock? This is cardstock. Yeah, let's just see if either of those fit. Let's just see. Oh no, that one won't. This one will fit. Okay, it will fit, but I mean, it will be a pocket, so that is what we would be seeing, because I don't think it fits this way very well. The only way it would, yeah, it doesn't fit that way. It only fits this way. And if I scrooge it all the way over, I have that, or I have that, which I don't care for. I don't mind that. I could even cover that if I wanted to. Put it something different. inside the pocket right here. Because I have to cover that. As a matter of fact, I could just do it this way and put in the paper that I want. Like, that's not wide enough. This one I don't want, I've used it enough. This one we also just used right there. So I don't want that. How big is the pocket? Put something like that in if I wanted. Something like that. I like that. Okay, I like that. That it is. Okay, executive decision. We're going to put this there and then turn that into a pocket. So this will get glued to here. All right. Let's mark it where I want it. Where do I want it? Do I want it to see that? Okay, I kind of like, gonna be tight, but I like that. I might have to move it down just a hair. Okay, right at the airmail. Okay, where's my pencil? Okay. I'm just gonna mark it roughly. Just roughly. All right, that's where we're cutting. Okay. And then this we know we did a little long because I didn't have the side folded in, so we can come in. Okay, I can trim it if I need it. If I cut it too short, we'll be looking for a new piece. This is going to be the back. So let's move our pieces out of the way before I harm something. Okay. No, I don't care to have that white showing on there, so that's right, gets dirtied up. Now I can see better what we'll be looking at. The airmail right there. Yep. Yes. Okay. Turn it over. Let's just draw a line and see. Okay, so that's where it's gonna go. That looks awfully crooked. Is it that crooked? Doesn't matter. I like it. That's where it's going. Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to get out. I'm gonna have to trim it a hair because I don't want it interfering. So we can trim a fair amount off it because I don't want it interfering with the joint. Okay. And I'm going to glue it like that. Now I guess I should tape it. So guess I'm gonna be taping. Okay. Well, we all know how I feel about that. This is probably... I'm gonna go with my thinner tape, guys. Just I have thinner tape, and that's what I'm going with. I'm going to take this side first, here and here. Spin it around, go here. Okay, make sure it's all making a perfect connection. My little pokey tool-y thingy. I have to just lift the paper back because I want to put tape down the side, and I can't put it over the white backing. So I should have cut it off first, but hindsight. All right, no worries. Put it here. Okay. Then I just fold that back for now. And then I do the same thing here. I guess I'll cut them first. Okay, now we remove them. Now, I guess once I stick this down, there will be no changing the picture. I guess I ended up liking this this paper so much that I forgot I was going to glue it to the other side so that we could change the look. But I ended up liking this so much through that window that now we're not going to be able to do that because I'm gluing it right to the window. Now, I don't mind, but if that's something you're going to mind, if you wanted to definitely change that picture, you're going to want to glue yours to the back of the pocket, not the front. And this is the front. Okay, now I got a bunch of little pieces of tape. Alright, making sure I don't want to glue it the wrong, don't want to tape it down the wrong way. Okay, let's lift this if I can. Why didn't I cut that? Not too sure why I'm not cutting them first. Okay. That should be easier now. So she says. Alright. Put this down. Make sure you got everything going the right way. I can see my pencil mark. So I'm going to line it. Anything that's sticking out, we will trim. There we go. Loving it. Okay, just see a tiny bit here. Okay. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, now we're going to do the back, and since this is a pocket, I'm just gonna do this quick now that we are making it a pocket. I mean, that doesn't have to be done. I may even make it 2 pockets, but let's cut out what we need first. Okay, little piece of tape there. Let's cut out what we need first. Okay. Alright, so let's see. I put that in this way, glue it. It will look like that on that side. Let's get the paper trimmer. Oops, sorry. Okay. My pencil line was extremely light. All right. Let's hope. Okay, let's put the tape away. Guess I'm going to ink. How did I sneak that away? And I also think I will put a... Oh, no, I won't. I was going to put a notch in, but I'm going to have to wait. I don't... no, I'm just going to put a tab. I definitely wanted a tab, so a tab is going on there, not a notch. It's getting a tab. Okay. So I'll be able to pick out... Well, let's just do a little bit on the inside. I mean, most people are not going to be looking on the inside too much, but we don't want the white. Don't want the white showing. Did I just do the wrong side? I did. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. Okay. So it will go like this. So it will fit like that. And then this will be one pocket. I could even really, that would be kind of cool if I just make this the pocket like I originally. Because now that I can't change that, there's no sense in having that open. I think I'm going to make it a half pocket. Yes. Just to be different. Just to be different. That's what I'm doing. Okay. Let me put my ink away. Okay, I guess we want the pocket all closed here, obviously, and here. Then I'm going to just do it to here. Yep. All this will be closed. I don't know how well glue sticks to this glassine really, or you know, how well glue will work on the glassine. Maybe I should have put double-sided tape around the bottom, but see, can always. All right. Okay, I guess I should do it maybe this way. And down. Now let's, oh, yeah, okay. Hair movement, anything that isn't quite where we want it, we will move it. Oh, there we go. Whoop. Okay, let's just stick that like this for now. All right, let's just let that really grab because of all the glassine. I really want that to grab. Refold that. Just think, don't want it to show. There we go. We're just going to put that aside and let it rest and bond. I definitely want a tab, so let's just pick out a tab while that's and I want a brown tab, but I don't know if I want one with a hole or just a, I mean, here's even just a one-sided tab, just like, just put that there like for decoration. That'd be kind of cool. If I just put that in. Where did I put it? I could put it in there, or I could put one completely. Let's see, where does it? Oh, I have to put a hair more glue here. Stamp, and now I disturbed it. Okay, stop disturbing it, Joe. Let it sit. So I can either put a flat one in up in the pocket, or I can put in, I still want a brown one I think, but I could put one in down here. Let's see how things are going to weigh. Now, I'm not sure if I want that on top or under. Possibly. Oop. Alright, so if that's, we don't have to do that one. So if that one's like that, and this one's like this, so this would either be like that, which that one would be under there, or this one. Well, I wouldn't pick this one actually. I want a brown one. I keep grabbing the same one. Okay, so there's this one. Could put it down there. Cannot. We could put it up here. You know what? I may have to just glue it all together and then decide. If I put it here, it would go on both sides like that. So I'm going to wait, but those are my contenders. Now, if I'm going to put this here and not put a, which I still could put pocket here, and then this could even still go above the pocket, so I could show off that. If I'm putting a pocket here, it'd have to be kind of a thin one. Let's see what we got. Definitely have to be a thin one. I have that. I have that. I don't know if any of these are tall enough. That is not. That is, but it's big. Oh, look at there. Okay, well, we could do something like that. Be over that. Alright, I'm not hating it. I am not hating it. So we could actually put a pocket here. Yep. Yes, that's happening. So I'm going to measure it. See how easy it is to decide we're adding pockets? Okay, hold on, just want to get my hair out of the... I think my hair is not in the frame. Not entirely sure. Okay, our pockets. Okay. May cut it a hair on the longer side. Hoping I just cut it a hair on the longer side rather than too short. Do not want it too short. Oh, looks perfect. I think. Maybe it is a hair. I'm going to notch it. And I think I just want the notch. The one is okay. Every time I put this away, I think I'm done. Prove myself wrong. Okay. I'm not sure how many of yous are really into the postal or traveling theme. I'm really into postal right now, probably, which I never would have thought. If you would have told me like a year ago, I would have thought that that was hilarious. I mean, I don't know why, but I just would have. I just never had any traveling or stamp collecting or nothing to that effect. So I really would have thought that why anyone would be interested in a postal theme of anything. And here I am, loving it. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it where I think actually it would come in a hair because this one actually get glued down first. Then this one will go on top of it. Then if we want, we can glue this on top or under. Can't get it under right now, but can glue it under. So I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. And I'm going to move it. I am going to move it in so that there's that little extra space to that side. So that is definitely what I'm going to do. All right. So is there anything else we need to do? I think I'm going to glue this down first. Okay. And I'm going to use my Fabri-Tac just because I do need lots of playroom, wiggle room. So I'm using my Fabri-Tac. All right, let's get this. Oh, I should have. No, do I? No. I was gonna say I was gonna cut these ends off at an angle, but it really it doesn't matter. It's not adding or taking away bulk because I'm putting stuff over it, so it really doesn't matter. I just want to give the last little edgy a good coating, and then I want to wipe it off on this side. Okay, gonna spin this a little bit, and I'm going to put it down, move it around, let's get it right where we want it. Make sure we can move the right where we want it. Now we have our pocket up here, but we may end up putting a pocket over here to come up like that. We're gonna have to see how full it's getting, because if it's getting too full. All right, this will go here, but we have to decide if we want this like this, which will lessen the pocket, or do we want this on top of it over here? So let's see how that looks. We'll flip up. I'll flatten it a little bit. I actually like looking at that paper, but decisions. All right, I guess I will put it this. Let me look at it one more time. Oh, so fickle. What to do? If I put it in, it will go like that. It's not bad. Yes, I'll put it under. Not sure why, not never do I understand why I make the decisions I do. Feeling, I guess. Okay. Spin it around totally. don't want to go over and hinder that. I want to make sure I can cover that. And I want to make sure I can bring that up. Okay. Close it. Open it. There we go. Then this goes on top. Now, actually though, now that we did do that, this might be a hair too long. Yes, it's a hair. Is it? Nope, it's not. I thought maybe it would be, but it's not. So now we can glue this in. Okay. Just this page, this, I guess, section, page, whatever, is going to make such a big difference in how cool this is. This is really going to make a difference. Pull it down the hair. Yep, pull it down the hair. There we go. So, yep, okay. One more to go. Now before I glue that in, I do want to, can you guess? I want to dirty the tape up a little. If it's too bright, it would drive me nuts, so getting dirtied. And it will go like that, so let's just want to okay. All right, same thing. Now let's get it where we think we want it. Fold it in. Make sure you can bend your yep. Sure we can bend that. I'm really glad I went with 2 of these paper ones because this would not close if I used all cardstock. Would not close. Found my pencil. Okay. Now the only thing is, do we want to add a pocket, or do we just want to do maybe more decoration with maybe a tiny little pocket? Can could actually put a small pocket here. I hate to cover that up, so we can just decide on that later. But I think that's pretty cool. I like it. Alright, so I still need a tab on here. And I think I want the tab down here, not up here. Well, let's just check that out one more time. I can still feel it. It's kind of damp. Probably because I did so much heavy inking, to be honest. Okay, it could be like that. It has to go in far enough that it doesn't interfere with my spine. So that would just give me, oh my goodness. Okay, so it could be like that. I like that. I don't know if this is going to be a fair comparison because it's not inked. So I just don't have any green, so I don't want to go with green. That's actually backwards. Whoa. Alright, hold on, I gotta pick up what I threw around. Okay, so this one's brown. I like that it's little, but I think it's, unless I push it down further, it's not gonna work. Okay, this one also is brown. Okay. No, I like that. Okay, that's my keeper. I actually like that. I like that it kind of covers, if I put it there, it covers the notch, so that's kind of cool that you don't even realize it, that it's there until you move the whole page. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just gonna glue it to the back. Like on the inside, but to the back. Wish me luck. If I'm doing that, I need to. What ink? Yep. Ink the back. Because this one was just a cutoff of one that I cut in half, cut the other half off. So it's not super, it's cardstocky. It's not doubled, but I don't think too many. Put it this way so I can get it semi-straight. Why is that? Why would that be? Maybe I'll have to put something in there heavy, because it's not it's not close to the hinge, so, or the spine. Probably just needs a tag in it. All right. Okay. All right. Just gonna put this in and press. That way if any glue smushes out, it's not gonna glue our pocket shut. There's our pocket. Just gonna let that be. No glue on it. Okay. Let's get some tags in it just to see what it's gonna look like. Where is my bag of tags? And file drawer, here it is. Now I have big tags, medium tags, there are small tags. I do have very small stuff, so I do plan on using that. Like I said, if we put in a tiny pocket, we can use one of them. And I do have a few that are tiny. And I have even smaller ones. I have the ephemera pieces that are very small for decoration. We're gonna get to it all. I even have, these are for paper clips. So I'll probably do one of them. Here's a here's a tiny little tab. Tiny tab. See all these? Now some of these I printed out very small. Here's larger tabs. What do we have back here? Oh, I did my envelopes. Cut out a couple envelopes. Here's these bigger pieces. I think they're too big for in here, pretty much. But we have these bigger pieces, so we got lots to decorate with. We're not hurting for decorations. And we could very well put a little pocket there at some point. I don't know if I'll do that today. I'm not sure. We have bigger pockets. Could put a pocket in over here. Put one in. We also could, I didn't finish this, but we could also just put a, with the paper clip, put a paper clip thingy. Options are endless, almost. We could even take pieces like this and make something like that. All you need to do is cut it to the size you want it. And fold up the ends like we did. And you have a pocket with an airplane on it. Or a pocket with an airplane on it. You could even use one of the cards and just glue it down. You could glue it on two sides. Make a tuck. So it really is limitless, really. But I did want to see what kind of tags fit in these. I would have to trim that a hair because it's infringing. So I may just do that. I want this one though, so let's try this before we go cutting any down. See how far. That one doesn't need to be cut down. So we're gonna leave that in there. I'll probably put a little string on it. This one's way bigger, so we'll pick a bigger one. Let's pick, look at the difference in color. That's funny. Let's put it in this way. There we go. All right. I must be getting tired. My own little tag is giving me a fit. I guess because you got to get it in the pocket, Jill. If you want it to go in. Oh, I see. Yes, you gotta completely open it. And that doesn't matter how high it sticks up. Could even put the same one in on the other side. Could glue them together or put washi tape over the top and make it a double. That's pretty cool. Just wondering if make a little tuck spot or use a little a little paper clip or something. Maybe a picture with a paper clip would be cool. We'll have to see, but for now I think the video is long enough, so here's what we ended up with. Oh, I didn't put a thing in that pocket. It's probably because I don't have one that will look good until I cut one to fit, maybe. Yep, I need to cut one to fit. How much do I need to cut off? 1/4 inch. Yep, 1/4 inch. I don't think I have one that small. Maybe. The glue's getting in the way, so I still have a 1/4 inch to cut off it, so yeah. Yep. Oh, I could put maybe a dangle or something here. That would be cool. Anyway, that's what we have. And then a big, for a piece of paper, we'll put a tag in it for now, just to show a tag in it. Maybe I'll put yes, I think I will. I'll definitely put a tab in. Where's the brown one I bent? Kind of like these brown ones. Well, I like them very much. Have to stamp on it. I like these too. I love them all. Yeah, definitely. I think I'm definitely put one. Just don't know which one. I'll do that with the decorating. And there you go. How cool is that? All these flippity flappities. And in each one, you can add a little tuck spot or another pocket. Let me put another pocket. Maybe a little tuck spot or pocket. I think it's coming along really cool. Well, that's enough for part 6. I guess part 7 we'll finish up here and maybe throw in a couple decorations as part 7. Then all we have are the front and back. And to think how hard it looks when you look at it, and yet really how easy it was. I think we should be proud of ourselves. All right, I think we've done enough, and I might as well stop babbling. So I'll see you for part 7. Stay creative. Hugs.